is TOS Television, your digital first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Okwade, and this is Africa Now. The Association of Atheists in Kenya is seeking a ban on prayer days in public schools ahead of national examinations. The group that wrote to the Education Ministry on Wednesday said the prayer days are in contravention to students' rights, adding that children should be left to make their own unbiased decision about religion. Public schools in the East African country have a tradition of organizing prayer days before national examinations. Mozambican President Filipe Nyusi has sacked 6 ministers, including that of the finance, in a major reshuffle. The announcement was made in a statement that did not offer any reasons for the dismissal of the ministers or give indications on when the positions will be filled. It is the second major reorganization of the cabinet in recent months. Guinea's opposition has declared to hold demonstrations against the country's transitional authorities over poor management. The development comes days after the opposition urged the military junta to issue a list of all its members for the purpose of transparency. The opposition groups want clarity on who is part of the junta and the duration for the transitional period. At the UN General Assembly on Wednesday, 17 African countries abstained from voting to condemn Russia's invasion of Ukraine. It was the first in 40 years when the General Assembly has sat and passed a resolution to reprimand a member's aggression. Politically symbolic but lacking legal strength, the vote means the UN has declared Moscow's decision a violation of the UN Charter, especially on issues of territorial integrity. Now the UN Human Rights Council has picked the former chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, Fatou Bensouda, to conduct an impartial investigation into allegations of violations and abuses of international human rights, humanitarian and refugee law in Ethiopia committed since November 3, 2020 by all parties to the conflict. The 3-person commission is set to establish the facts and circumstances surrounding the alleged violations and abuses, collect and preserve evidence to identify those responsible where possible, and to make such information accessible and usable in support of ongoing and future accountability efforts. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You're watching Africa Now. More stories coming your way after the break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Tunisian military judge ordered on Wednesday the imprisonment of Abd Erazak Kilani, a lawyer and prominent opponent of President Kais Saied, who seized almost all powers in July for inciting police to break the law. The imprisonment will reinforce opposition fears that Saied is seeking revenge on his opponents, and after he also last month dissolved the Supreme Judicial Council, the body which guarantees independence of the judiciary. Almost 500 migrants have managed to enter the Spanish North African enclave of Melilla after more than 2,000 people tried to jump the fence at the border with Morocco. The Spanish authorities say it was the largest attempt on record. They say 16 police officers were injured and 20 migrants from sub-Saharan Africa were being treated for minor injuries. Melilla and Ceuta are popular crossing points for African migrants trying to get into Europe. Now 7 people, including a senior Cameroon government administrator and a mayor, were killed in an ambush that involved an improvised explosive device on Wednesday in the country's restive southwest, the region's governor said. The region is one of 2 English-speaking regions in the Central African nation where insurgents are seeking to form a breakaway state called Ambazonia. Still on insecurity matters, 4 South Africans have been sanctioned by the United States for leading Islamic State cells in the country or facilitating the support for branches elsewhere and transferring funds or procuring weapons. The 4 individuals ran kidnap for ransom or extortion operations, recruiting and training members and acquiring things like weapons or safe houses to raise funds for Islamic states. Still in South Africa, the South African High Court has rejected an attempt to prevent the coronation of Kwasi Silini as Zulu king, saying he is undisputedly considered to be the heir to the throne. The Zulu nation has been without a leader for almost a year after the death of King Goodwill. In addition to the ruling, Justice Isaac Mandolo said that he also dismissed a claim by the first of the king's 6 wives for 50% of the estates. And that is it on Africa Now. For more updates, to visit our website at www.TOS TVNetwork.com. Follow us and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Remember to subscribe on YouTube. To stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Okwade. Thanks for watching.